So welcome to Bunny's Designs. This is a live stream with live people, recorded for Ustream.tv and also for YouTube for people to watch at their leisure. I'm having another play with my second play with my Ugee drawing tablet, which when I've played a bit more with it I'll do a review. But I love it at the moment. I can work in any medium I like, oils, acrylics, airbrush, anything. Have some cool effects and do some simple colouring in or do some drawing. I'm actually working in SAI today, which is a free paint tool, SAI, and it says, I think it's Paint Tool SAI. So I've chosen a colour, and this particular software allows you to, once you've got a colour, allows you to gently select and it'll draw in that colour. So I just want to, and what mine seems to do is to change, and I can't remember how to do it because I've just been working in something else. If I go into marker, it's not actually doing it. It's not picking that purple colour up. So we need to go into wand and then see if we can pick it up. Oh, it's colour picker. So I wanted it more purpley. So you can take things off. It's a bit pink. You clear your little box and then you can undo that pink one because it's too pink. Oh, for goodness sake. No, I can't do it. Can't do it today. It seems everything I touch over the last few days has gone to mush. So I thought I had the legacy pen. That's quite a nice size. And I like this colour. Oh, it's gone again. I don't know why it keeps doing this. It's got some cool things on it, but sometimes it just does not want to play ball. So can I have a colour selector? Wait a second. Colour swatch is off. That's good. So I can put that in there, can't I? Why can't I add one? Let me think. Thank you. Started a set now, so that's good. So I'm going to be quite dark. And you can leave the highlight if you want, but because this is just a marker pen, you can actually take it as far as you want. What you've got, what you have to remember is what you have to remember is there's nothing in the middle there. So all it's going to save, it will save the actual image. Oh, it does this all the time. I don't know why it does it. I haven't mastered this. I've only played with it a couple of times. And again, this is why I much prefer to colour in Art Rage. So then we can have kind of a bit of a highlight going on. Yeah, it's not good for colouring, isn't this particular one? It drives me insane. It drives me insane. Let's just get rid of this. I just want to get rid of that. Right, I'm going to have to do some drawing then. Do some proper drawing. Phone. This particular one, I'm not sure. I think it's free. I can't remember, but there is a version of it for about 20 odd pounds, which again I quite liked. So let me have a look. You can get some quite nice drawing things. There's a canvas acrylic, crayon, and then you could have but you can work any size you want, deep, vivid. Now some of them, when you press down, it actually changes. There's a blurred one. It's quite a lot of different pens. You can fill these up and make your own up. It's just getting used to certain. There's a brush. So if you had a brush and you wanted to kind of draw like this, don't know why it's doing that, probably because of the size. Some of these canvases are like 10 by 20 feet. You know, they're not small, 20 inches, they're not small. So I have a good play with those. This is what I wanted to draw. Oh, for goodness sake. Alfie, when we first got him. That was when he first arrived and we had a wash. And this is when he hid behind me because he was so frightened of everybody. So I always loved that. So what you could do is scan the picture in and have it come up somewhere else as a pin. This is more for graphics, for layering and things, so it's a bit more complicated. It's, as I say, it is a bit more complicated, but we'll pull that in there like that. And I'll just have a pencil. We'll see if we can just draw with a pencil, and we'll have it as fine as we want. Right, so this is pencil, and of course the phone's not going to do what I want it to do. So we could just do with it looking roughly. So what we, don't want my cardigan in, so we basically want the Alf with a big eye here and a big kind of nose, and then it has a big eye here and a bit of fluff, shall we say. he has quite a big forehead, so he's got this dip here. And then he has, oh, that eye's in the wrong place, so we need to is that the rubber eraser? No, that's the hand. So what you can do with this is you can go around here like that, and you can move it. So I said it was in the wrong place. So if that eye was up there, that eye's going to be down there. So I've moved the eye. Not sure it was in the right place, but there we go. So again, you know, he's got his oopsie. So then you need to come back out of that tool. You have to come back out of that tool, otherwise it will do it again. So we'll go undo. We'll go back to pencil. So as I say, this is quite a funny angle. So oh, pencil, black pencil. Black pencil would be good. So we kind of, but you can draw in blue, green. You can draw in whatever colour you want, and this is a real scruffy sketch. And so that's the actual eye, but there's a lot going on here with all this kind of brown and then wispy, and then we've got this wispy going on. So that eye's there, and the other eye is here. So from here we've got this. Oh, it's going off. And then we can. So he's got some white of his eye. He's got his little eyeball, and then he's got some kind of going on there, and it's dark. Browny there, then it goes brown there, oopsie, and then it's a little bit difficult actually drawing on, not difficult, but it's different, shall I say, that's probably a better word, it's different. So where his eye is there, that's where that should end. There, and then he's got kind of, it's a silly nose. I don't know why it's not, it's gone back to white. So we've got pencils, so let's go into water. So the water brush has obviously got, when we can get rid of this because I don't want this now, so we can get rid of that. And this brings these up a bit. We have a look, and we can move these because what you want to do is dilution, so that's black. But you don't want any blending, you want it black. So then we need that one to that side. So you can play about with the colour. No, I can't get it to work. Let me have a look. So we're just going to go with this then instead. I want something with a bit more oomph, and it's just not doing that. You can play with the bristles. I'm not quite used to these, so you have to forgive me. I'm not at all used to them. I don't know what's happened. Oh, sorry. It's been one of those days today. Sorry. That should work now. Chat should work, for goodness sake, Heather. I'm just having a moment. What I want to do is, this is there, look, is it? No, I want to just get rid of this. So can I move this? Some of them you can move. In fact, I don't need that on. I don't need so there's watercolour and canvas. Right, so I just want normal. I actually want rid of this one particularly. It's quite good in some ways because it lets you have quite a lot of layers, but I don't want layers. I just want to work in one single layer. But what I want to do is to get down to these under here, and so I could get rid of that. I want it, but you see I need to have my advanced colours and things, so I like that one actually. Yeah, that's the one I let me go for. You should stick with the one you know. It's quite good. So I think I've just lost my little puppy. No, there he is. It's not very good, but here we go. So we'll just give some black here. And go down there a bit. And then we've got, oopsie. It kind of goes like that. So you can use it however you want. I'm tending just to give it a bit of a kind of a scribble up there a bit, just a bit, just so that I can just get some kind of order going. Oh, for goodness sake. I don't think it's going to let me do this. I can't hold that, so it's just going to drive me nuts. So I do need the colour picker, but okay, I'm going to have the colour picker. So we want the tiniest little mark. It will turn. No, it's not going to do it. It's going to drive me nuts. Thank you. So we want the tiniest bit. Oh, it's gone back to black again. It's not easy to use, isn't this? I have to say. So let's get up there. That's the wrong colour. Halfway. It's probably about the right colour, so I'm just going to kind of block in, whoops, some colours. So we can just block in a little bit of, so that kind of comes down to there. So and again, I don't know why it does this. If I set it, I think you've got to set it, but you've got to remember to set it, so it's kind of and then we need that colour. In there, and that colour can kind of go, no, it's lost it. So I need some kind of, so you need to really block in the colour, so there's no thinking about anything else. There's no thinking about kind of, so is that across or is it kind of across like that? So oops, again, you just blocking some colour in, and down here there's a bit, we can always take things out. There's a little bit here and a little bit there. And then we've got this monstrosity here, so we'll get the other eye in. So they're going to be at an angle. So this is kind of around here, and then it's actually like a big bead. It looks like a bead, and we could do with some kind of colouring down there, and a little bit there. You set the colour, it's alright, you've just got to remember to set the colour. And this comes down here. Got a lot of this kind of going on in here. think, I don't think that's that colour, I think it's black. Just checking it's working. Yes, it is working. That's okay. And again, got a bit more going on all under here. So that nose is on a bit of a kind of a and need to do this. So that is level with his middle of his eye, so it actually wants to be higher than that. So the top of that eye is the top of the nose. So you've got to kind of do a bit of clicking. It's the wrong colour, but it'll be fine. It'll come out in the wash. And we've got kind of a bit of that going on. So this is quite dark. And then we've got kind of you see that is a white. Oh, welcome to Bunny's Designs. I'm not sure what I've done with chat, so if anybody can see anything, please tell me you can see something. It's supposed to be working, but the other day I understand that Ustream was being rather naughty and it wasn't working, and I had a lot of bother with it. After 10 minutes I just had to come out. It was just really not working, so I kind of had to come out of it. So I'm just trying to get a little bit of I'm not going to use that one, it's too white. Oh, I want a little bit of a grey. Not that grey, but no, that's just off white that I'll have to do, because there is going to be white there. I just want to get some kind of colour down. Oh, phone. I just need to get some kind of a semblance of order about. He's got quite a lot of fur, and then that kind of tufts that way. So That's about right. And it comes up to there and goes down a bit. I've got a bit of this going on. A bit of this going on. And we've got, I think I've got to go to a different size. Oh, hi Scooby Girl and Judy, welcome to Bunny's Designs. Hope everybody's all right. For some reason, my chat's not working. Oh, hi. Oh, hi everybody. That's good. It's a bit scary. I'm playing on my new Ugee tablet with a free painting tool called Paint Tool SAI, and I think you can use it on any digital touch screen, so any iPod or iPad thing. And I have a very old touch screen, which is a Dell Latitude, and it had a pen, but it was lost. So anything that had a pen, you can buy the old ones for £250, which I was quite surprised at the price. So it keeps disappearing on me. So I love this picture. This is the first time Alfie came to our house, and he was kind of a little bit. He was a little bit kind of wary, shall we say. So have I got the black back again? Yeah. What you've got to do is kind of set it, and then you've got it. So I've got a little bit too much there, but yeah, he has huge big eyes as Alfie Pants, bless him. Although they're all in the doghouse at the moment. He really has huge eyes. And for some silly reason, it's a wonderful. Oh, gee whiz, come back. It's a wonderful tool, but for some silly reason, if you just knock it, it decides that it doesn't want to kind of. It's gone to black now, which is so annoying because I just want to put a little highlight in his eye there, and then I could put this round here. Oh no, it's gone to black. It so annoys me. So sometimes you can get it, and then if I could just put a little bit of a grey there, but that wants to be grey, it doesn't want to be white, it wants to be grey. So it's got some cool things, but you've got to have a bit of a play first, because it's it does like to misbehave. Oh dear me, behave yourself, phone. And the minute you get the colour you want, I'm not sure if it's because I pressed down on it, I just don't know. It goes black. It's just ridiculous. So I've got a lot of figuring out. It's gone black now. I wish it would stop doing that. So the only good thing about it is it does have a colour picker, but it interferes with a lot of other things as well. It's gone black again. Oh, damn it all. it all. So welcome to Bunny's Designs. I'm still trying. So what I'm going to do now, I've got a little bit of something. Oh, for goodness sake. I wanted to scan this in, but it didn't kind of work that way. So this is the grey. So round there is actually grey. No, I want grey. Can't pick it up. So that should leave just the highlight, and that kind of comes down there. I'm on a lot smaller pen, really. I should be in a bit of a bigger pen. I've never done this in this particular one before, so I thought it was quite a cute little painting, so I thought I'd have a go. No, it's not going to work for me. It's not going to work for me. It just doesn't want to carry on. All this wants to be white, and it's not wants to play. Does not want to play. And I did not want that colour. So you've got to basically pick larger patterns and then take them as they arrive, and that's just got to be rounder because he's got quite huge eyes as our Alfie. And if you keep playing, eventually you might end up with something that looks like a bit of a little boy, a naughty little boy. And I think I need I'm just going to have to draw what I can see and not try to make it up. Because that does get rather dark. So we want a bit of a grey on there. So you've got to kind of we need to kind of have a bit of an idea of what's going on, and then we can kind of I think most of that is actually quite cold rather than warm. And we can colour pick. I do like the colour pick on here. I have to, oh, tissue. I like the colour pick. It's just you've got to remember how to get it on and off. So I think it must be top clip and then off. That's probably it. So it must be, oops. It's a lot easier to scan the photograph in, but I didn't think I had that. So I think there's possibly enough. So I'm just going to fill that in just roughly. So I've just got some kind of something going on. That's a bit light, is that? It wants to be definitely lower. Yes, he is. They're all in the doghouse. They're all, thank you, Scooby. Yes, they're all in the doghouse. So this is a live stream recorded for YouTube. I wanted to show it on, so you can't see my hand, but hopefully you can see what I'm doing. So it's got some quite cool stuff in it, but you really need to play. I would think it would take at least 6 months to get used to something this good. Graphic designers use it, but it's free, and I like the fact that it's free. So this one has a color picker. So if I put the pen onto here, select it, and then it has a little button on it, just this. The Ugee comes with 2 pens, and they're kind of rubberized, so they're really easy. And they've got 2 buttons, and the buttons feel rather cheap and nasty, but they're wonderful because you don't have to press hard on them, if that makes sense. So again, as soon as you've color picked, you can start to kind of just give a bit of a shape. And I'm so out of practice, but and again, it's picked up white now, hasn't it? Yeah, it's picked up white, which it would. So actually that's quite good, because we can really think that there is going to be a little bit of white there. Whoops, I think I should have gone for a smaller pen. So you can, I love the fact you can just delete it. I just love that. You can work in oils or anything you want. This is going to be a little bit, no, it's picked grey, I think now. So I need an off-white colour actually, which is kind of as near as, damn it. Just so I could just get that little bit of a natural bit into there. I mean, it can take months, if not years, to get a photorealistic photograph painting. It can take years. Some guys take 5 or 6 years to do one painting. I like photorealism. I've done it a couple of times and it's my fave. I have to say it is my fave. Now that's got that highlight there. But I would say that that grey is the one that goes over the top of that highlight. So I'm going to make it and pick white. Bear with me 2 seconds. And sometimes it takes a, you know, I haven't done this for a long time. Well, I've never done this. I had a bit of a play doing Alfie in a different mode. So it takes a long time. And I've never drawn like this. I've never done it big to small. I've kind of drawn it and got it where I was saying we had to have a perfect drawing to start with. You don't need this with this. You can readjust it as you go along, and that cuts out tons of time. I mean, I would probably spend a good 2 or 3 hours getting a really realistic, exact drawing for this. But I don't have that time, and it's time on your hands and holding a pencil. But there is some graphite, gorgeous graphite. I can put some white in here now. There's some gorgeous graphite kind of software. The best thing to do is to watch YouTube. I watched YouTube for hours and hours and hours. Really did watch an awful lot, because I really wasn't sure what I wanted. I wasn't sure what I needed. There is kind of a bit of a dark on there. It's probably a bit darker than that. That's quite a nice colour for that. You don't have a colour picker here, or a colour, I think you have a colour selector, this one, look. So you can actually you can actually set your colours again, so it's slightly different from the other one. So I can now know that if I get that colour perfect, I've got it in here, and I can just click it and I've got it back. So that's quite good. It does knock everything down a little bit, so that's a bit of a pest. You can actually rearrange things. That's hubby saying he's on his way home. You can rearrange things, and just let me see if I've got the light. Oh, I have got it brightest. I would normally, if I was only doing this because my other thing didn't work, I would scan this in, or as you put your photographs on your laptop anyway, pick it and you can pull it out and have it. It's here, you see. You can have it as a reference, and that's what I would do. It's a difficult. If it's a difficult angle, is this? It's difficult because it doesn't look like Alfie, but as I say, and it's just a really difficult dark. But you could just build it up a little bit. I really don't want this. And there's a way you can play about, but I haven't grasped it yet. But you can move things about. It's just which particular buttons to press. So if I get rid of my colour picker, everything moves up. So I can get to some of these big markers. Although I don't want to be too big, but I just feel that I've lost the eye now. And I do that a lot. You get an eye and then you lose it. But the beauty of this is it doesn't matter, because you can just about manage to get it back again. So I quite like that. So the reason I wanted this is I wanted the black. I want to just get that eye. Oh, come on, silly sausage. And then I need to go a bit smaller, so that I can get, so I'm going to be, for some reason it will change its colour. There's a way to do it so it doesn't do it, and I worked for hours and it was a tap away, and then for some silly reason, oh, this just draws on its own. If you press the back button, it just draws on its own. But it's another way that, I can take this away with me, or if I'm poorly in bed, hubby can bring, oh goodness, what I've pressed now. And I can still play with oils or sketch even if I'm in bed. And unfortunately, I'm just going to have to do it like this. I don't know why it's doing this. Now I've got brown now. It's because I don't know how to use it. I've pressed the wrong button, and because I've got colour selector, and then I've got legacy pen, and I've obviously you don't have to. I've got my black back again. Don't breathe. Don't breathe. Shh. But it's because I'm not used to using it. That's all it is. It works beautifully when you know what buttons to press. So I need to take off. I like that highlight, but it's not in the right place. It's not in the right place, isn't that highlight? There's quite a lot of dark up here as well. I'm doing something completely wrong and somebody's be screaming at me. Oh dear. But I've lost his eye now, so let's get his eye back. Let's get his highlight back on his eye. His eye's in the wrong place. I think his eye's in the wrong place for a start off. Yeah, his eye needs to be higher. So let's see if we can Actually, I don't think his eye is. I think it's the fact it's not Oopsie, whitey. I actually got the thing I wanted. I think it's the fact that that's the eye and it goes up further up here. I think that's what it is the actual eye is probably kind of, because it is a really big, it's got the most unusual eyes on the planet. Let me see if I can get this highlight back, which is, oh gee, come on little one, you know you want to. It's, oh, for goodness sake. I just want this little highlight. And it's actually not the right colour. It's not the right shape, I mean. But there's a bit of a highlight, so it's in the right place. I just need to play with his eye a bit now. So he doesn't look like he's completely oopsie. No, I think the eyes are in the right place. Wait a minute. No, I think his eye was in the right place, so I'm going to take it back. I'm going to take it right back, and hopefully we can get it back again. I don't think it's too bad, that, because they just want the tip of the nose. I think the nose might want to come up a little bit. I do need to get rid of, there's too much highlight. And that one's actually quite a small highlight, is that? Just take that back. Let's see how we come. It's fun. So this is a pale grey, so we need a pale grey now. It's not a pale grey, so we can get rid of this. So we really need to be in this territory. Ooh, grey. And again, I can go to a smaller one because I do need. Why is that too small now? So about here. We need this, and we just need that little bit of a bumpy bit on there, and then a little bit of a bumpy bit on there. He's got a huge nose and huge eyes. And then that kind of comes right into there. And then it kind of goes up there, so we've got something going on there a little bit better. And then just, I could do probably that one next, just to kind of finish that that nose obviously goes to there, and then that comes round there, and that can be the next colour. And you build in square blocks. And I think his nose, I'm going to have a look at his nose. You have a look at his nose. Yeah, it kind of then just kind of blends into kind of. When he arrived, he was dirty and smelly. So it was Mother's Day. I think it was Mother's Day. I'd gone out somewhere, and we came back. My daughter had washed him, and he was all fluffy. He was all fluffy, and she put a bow on him. But this is the first day, and he hid behind. I'm on the sofa, and he actually crawled behind me under my jumper, and he wouldn't come out. So he just would not come out for quite a long time. So again, we've got a little bit going on there, and then I would think that this comes a little bit down, but then kind of disappears into. Oh, hi Kingo, welcome to Bunny's Designs. Anybody else that's popping in? I'm having a play on my little tablet. Oops, to see if I can draw the Alf, because it's such a cute painting. Oh, I said Alfie, and he's sat up. He knows his name. They're in the doghouse because I was dancing in front of 2 articulated lorries outside. And I'd actually done quite a lot of driving yesterday. My husband had to go 2 days. And my other daughter came home from uni, and then she had to go to the doctors. Then she had to go to hospital for a blood test. And it worked out really well because I am now alive again. And I had road rage, and I was shouting at people. Oh, they're in a disabled parking space and they haven't got a badge. So actually it was horrible, but it was brilliant because I actually felt back into the land of the living. So that was really good. That was very good. Again, I'm just putting a little bit of scribble in. But it made that I was driving, and then the girls got the wheelchair out and pushed me around, and so I just drove. So it was brilliant because Alfie was absolutely wrecked by it, and hubby was back at 5, and he went at 6. So we had a long day, and it was so difficult getting in the house. I just stayed in the car all day. I had 3 blankets, and I just sat in the car. I came in for about half an hour, and they said, "Oh no, we've got 2 hours, mummy." And then the other girl says, "I want to go now." So it was a bit drastic yesterday, and instead of having a wonderful quiet time, it was rather drastic. But it was really good because it got me out of the house. That's the wrong colour. It got me out of the house, and it made me, have to say, cause an awful lot of pain. But I'd got into the stage of not moving, so it wasn't hurting. And that might sound good, but it isn't, because you just don't do anything. That's maybe that's the nice colour for there. No, it's too grey. Oh dear. Oh, hi Darla, welcome to Bunny's Designs. Anybody else popping in? I'm going to put a bigger blob on there. I think I want it kind of dense colour. Whoopsie, I think that's probably a little bit too big, but it means I can get some nice. You really want to block. You do blocks and blocks and blocks and blocks until you can't get any more blocks, and then you have to put proper shapes down. Well, that's how I was taught, and that's how I draw. So it's probably not the best, but it works. It's okay. So again, you've just got that little bit of a highlight there, and maybe a little bit there, and then under here we have some. But there's a wonderful drawing tablet. Again, I wanted it for my daughter, but you're drawing as you're looking up. So you're looking at the screen, but you're drawing on a kind of on a mat, just on a black mat of a tablet, which is brilliant. But I'm a bit of an old-fashioned soncer, so I need to actually draw on what I'm drawing on, if that makes sense, because it's a little bit like patting patting your tummy and rubbing your head at the same time, and it's kind of a bit of a no-no. So there's a lovely nice curve there, and then we've kind of got a bit of a paler curve going on, and then we've got kind of I think, is that paler, darker? It is a very rough kind of start to a painting, but it's a different way of working. Oops, that's great, that's no good. It's a different way of working, but if you can get some of the markings about right, I think we could possibly have some nice dark, almost chocolate coloured would probably be quite nice. And again, all this, I might probably go chocolatey grey rather than grey. We've got to think that, you know, he's actually breathing through this now. He might not look like he's breathing through his nose, but he is. You see, that worked perfectly well then. It did very well. It just did exactly what I wanted it to do. And I think we might, so I'm going to, oh, I can't save it at the same time. I'm just going to have to keep going. I think I like this colour rather than the grey. So again, I just want to kind of just give that little bit of I think it's something to do with the actual there's just a way of doing it that I'm not, I did it earlier and then all of a sudden it goes off. Now some of these, because they're free, they're not brilliant, but I think I'm going to go again for this, a little bit of a, I wouldn't have thought it was a, I like the little square on the side so you can play with the colour. That's quite nice. And I actually quite like that size now. No, that's probably paler, but I like this one because I can kind of, it's a very strange thing, is this? You either have it or you lose it. I think I'm going to put it's a little bit there, and this is all, you just kind of play a bit. Oh, don't know where that came from. No, it's, I don't know what's happening to it now. It's just kind of going off a bit. So if you look at the eye, it's past the highlight is the eye. So it actually goes out there. So if you can do this normally, measure the eye or something you know is right. And actually the nose is the difference between the two eyes, which you wouldn't really think. So it does actually come quite out. And then it is kind of that colour which was kind of indicated to go off the screen. So actually that actually is beginning to look a smidging more like what it was. Oops. It just looks like he's got a smudgy nose now. Just work in a smaller area, because again you go back and forth, and this is quite dark. This area is quite dark. Just want to go a smidgen lighter. No, grey wise. That might be nice, that colour, just not too cold. Don't know what he's chomping down there, but he's been a bad puppy. What are you doing, Alf? I might just put just give me 2 seconds. And again, because it's his nose and it's his head, it's an Alfie, so that kind of goes there, and then he's kind of got that shaped head, so we can block that colour in, just give him a bit of sense of something or other. But it's not cheating this, it's not easy, it's not, it's a different way of working. So when I've got all this, I then have to put all the hairs and the individual things, so it's going to take a while to get just right. I actually quite like this brown here, and I don't like that brown, so I could get rid of that. I like that one. And here again, you can keep messing in the eye bit there. We need this kind of sorting out a bit, because it kind of goes there, and then it's quite big. It's almost as big as his eye again. Is that? It's almost as big. And but it stops there. So again, what I can do is get white and then take that away. Of course, I've made a boo-boo, and it isn't white. It's going to be an off-white, because oh, come on, you silly thing. It has another little mark on it, and I don't know what that means. Nope, don't want to do that either. So there's a little bit of Alfie there. There would be more if I could colour pick. Oh, for goodness sake. As I say, I know I am pressing a wrong, oh, is that maybe, I don't know. I know I'm pressing a wrong button. Right. If I don't press on the button, it works. But as soon as I put it on the, you see, it works on here. But when I put it on here, oh, it works now. Right. You've just got to work at it. So come on then. Nope. It just does not make sense. I have another dot. I don't know why I have another dot. But then it won't let me do legacy pen. So I need to play a bit more with it. I haven't been in this one for a few days. Here we are. So it comes down to there, and then across, and up a bit. So you've got to think of negative spaces again. So we can go back into this one and just, Alfie's got that one just around there. And it's by playing about with your negative space that you then start to kind of just tapped it too late. You realise that that eye wanted to be that little bit bigger. But if it looked right straight away, it would be wrong. Does that make sense? You've got to go through this process. I like that first brown that I had there. To kind of take this. No barking. To take this. Oh, for goodness sake. To take this into here. To give that just a bit of something. And then just take that one away again. Sometimes you can see the eyes and sometimes they completely disappear. It disappears. Right, that's what I wanted. That's the negative shape that I wanted. Oh, just bear with me. Hello? Yes, could you just hold the line a second? Thank you. So I'm going to finish this one because I got to take this call. So thank you for watching, and I'll be part 2 in a second, hopefully.